we're
in a battle royale here.
Unraveling the mysteries of Ann during the break, and we'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is Loveline.
New Rock. KFMA 92.1 FM. Green Valley, Tucson.
Beer went?
What
was that? Didn't work. Hallelujah. Okay.
Engineer Mike experimenting with the antiquated Westwood 2 equipment.
And we were in a very heated discussion here during the break about why Ann became attacking and furious to poor James, who was a zoophiliac with his lovely Akita.
This is a caller
partner.
we had a couple of weeks back where the guy had sex, consensual, as he would put it, with his dog. And Ann was repulsed. She found that
I think anybody who has
repugnant.
sex with their animals
Yes, it was disgusting.
is disgusting.
But I found Stephen, the last caller, who was just victimizing the hell out of these poor women, just equally as despicable.
I find him more despicable. I'm with you on this. The other guy is just pathetic.
Yeah, pathetic.
It's just loser material. I mean, having sex with your dog.
It's a little more than pathetic.
I'm telling you, the dog should have... what was the dog's name, Samson?
Brutus.
Brutus.
Why do I...
I don't know.
I was on vacation all week.
It's funny you give it a name out of the Bible. He needed a...
Shakespeare.
Oh, Shakespeare. I'm sorry. I was thinking of... was that Caesar?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was I thinking of in the Bible?
His name like Brutus?
No. Who's the guy who went after Christ?
John the Baptist?
Judas.
Yeah,
sorry. Okay. I got my Judas and my Brutus.
There you go.
Here's my point. The dog, I say the dog should change the name to Lucky because the dog was receiving oral pleasure from this guy. And hey, listen, when I rub my puppy's belly, his leg starts moving like he's on some sort of invisible skateboard. My dog couldn't be happier when I rub his belly. I'd like to see what this dog would do if I gave it oral pleasure.
All right.
All right, it's very lucky. And the dog...
Here's what I'm saying, though,
and
about
the dog
this.
mounts him. He wasn't mounting the dog.
But he trained it to do that. Dog wouldn't do that naturally.
Well, how did he train it? He didn't put pate in his crack. He just got on his hands and knees naked, and the dog just did what, God's work.
Oh, it's bizarre. Oh, why do we have to bring that up? What's up, Ann? What?
No, you're missing my point. What the guys did to the girl I thought was awful and mean. But I think she put herself in that position by getting drunk and going home with somebody that she doesn't know. She's opening herself up to something like that
Yeah, but
happening.
you know who does that? We talk to the people who do that all night. The victims, the people who are victimized by mom and dad and Uncle Lou, and it's sad.
Right, and so it's not a good situation any way you look at it. But
I'm all in favor of personal responsibility, and I totally agree with you on that front. But I can't get past feeling horrible for these women. That
I feel more sorry for her than I do for Brutus. Brutus is fine. I feel sorry for that guy's anus. Forget about Brutus. Come on. And he actually said that the dog would mount him up and then flip over 180 degrees like they do in the wild. And, oh, man. The only thing worse than having a dog's penis in your ass would be when the dog does the pivot move, to me. Like you're some kind of bottle of cheap wine trying to pull a cork. Hey, Annie.
Hi.
Hey, you're 18.
Wow, I actually wasn't expecting you to come so quickly. That sounds bad.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
I'm a dysfunctional relationship junkie, and I really don't have any cause for it from my past.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are always talking about how...
Give us an example of one of your dysfunctional relationships.
I don't know, I'm like a bad picker, I guess.
Describe one of them. What's the latest one been like?
The latest one?
What happened?
Jeez. Okay. Well, I've been with both guys and with girls in monogamous relationships, and neither works. I mean, probably that...
Describe...
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, sorry, Annie. Hang on for about an hour.
You're not going to let her do it?
No, I'm tired of this. You've asked her 3 times to describe the relationship.
The last one.
What did you say? Describe the last?
The latest.
Okay, so... Loveline Rewind. Here we go, Drew.
Describe the latest relationship you've had.
Oh, I've been with guys, I've been with girls, and none of them seem to work out.
But describe the last one you had.
They're all dysfunctional. I mean, I don't know.
Describe the latest.
Now, just go ahead and waller in hold purgatory. I hope there's no music they get to listen to when they're on hold either. I hope they listen to like a Snowbird by Anne Murray.
No, they listen to
you.
Your Drone. It's worse. Don't worry about it.
Yes. All right. That is a certain kind of pain. I'm moving right on to this call, Drew. I don't like you and your call selection tonight. Cam?
Yeah.
You're 19.
What's going on?
What's going on there, Cam?
I've been dating this girl, Katrina, for about a year or so. And at the same time, I've had this lover, Dave, on the side for about 2 years. And Dave and I use butt beads, and Dave's wanting to do a threesome with all of us. And I'm wondering what my best way to approach Katrina is.
Does she know you have other people?
She doesn't.
Is that you, Dave, and the butt beads, or you, Dave, and
Katrina?
Katrina? As a rhetorical question. Thank you for knowing.
Oh, as in
That's
having
fine.
a threesome?
You want to get all three of you together,
Right.
and have sex with her. What about Dave? Is he going to go for that?
Oh, yeah. That's what he wants to do.
So he's bisexual?
Right.
But Katrina's going to freak out, right?
Katrina just thinks you're a heterosexual guy?
Right.
She
She's not into toys or anything.
She thinks you're her boyfriend?
Yeah.
She is going to freak out. Don't expect this to be a happy realization for her, right? If you were having sex with anybody, or even Brutus, she's going to freak out.
That's the official Loveline mascot, Brutus, the oral sex-giving dog.
Receiving.
And both, yeah. He gives and receives. Very versatile, that Brutus.
So what am I to do here? Shoot myself? with a gun
No,
or-
end the relationship with Katrina. Because are you gay, Cam?
Yeah.
All right, so you shouldn't
Of course
be.
you are.
Yeah, you shouldn't mess around with the girl anyway. That's not where you're. That's not what you're evolving into. Your mature orientation is going to be homosexual,
And you will die an old queen.
You're going to hurt this woman either way because this is not going to be a relationship that's going to be sustained. Don't make it worse by dragging her into a threesome and hurting her even more. Just end that relationship and go on with your boyfriend. That's fine.
Right. And by the way, when you're bi as a male, I believe that's slang for gay. It's short for gay. It's long for gay. You're not long for gay. Put it that
You're
way.
not long for bi. Not long for form gay.
You're not long for bi. That is how that goes. But
At that age, I think that's reasonable.
yes, that's not homo. It is what, Drew?
Half mom.
Thank you.
Can't believe you got me to say that.
I really have to get myself put out a dictionary. But the point is when you're bi plus butt beads, oh boy, doesn't take the jury long for that one. Craig,
Yeah,
you're 23.
yes I am.
What's going on there?
I had a question about GHB.
All right, hold on a second.
What?
I'm going to try Annie one more time.
5.
Drew, ask her that question.
Annie,
Mm-hmm.
describe your last relationship.
His brother was trying to kill himself. He was the go-between between his mother and his father, who were in a messy divorce.
And what was your relationship with him like?
He took out all of his aggression on me. Not physically, not sexually. Just he was a very closed individual.
How long did that go on for?
A year.
Man, doesn't that feel better, Annie?
No, I kind of feel like I want to kick you in the ass. No offense or anything, but really.
But didn't it feel better just to answer the questions that were asked?
I was trying.
You were trying? He asked you 3 effing times.
Wait a minute. Now, let Annie be. Annie.
All right.
And you don't see.
I respected you for so long, Adam, and you're so mean to me.
You're just now getting to know him in more realistic
No,
perception.
you listen, you thought I was right when I did it to all the other goofball callers on this show, but when it was done to you, you didn't like it.
I suppose so.
I don't know you from anyone else
Annie,
who calls
Annie,
this show.
Annie. God, you're just.
Shut up, Drew.
Why don't you see how there was anything in your upbringing that set you up for any of this stuff?
Well, I listen to the show way often.
Yeah.
Like,
So
very often.
and what is it you don't see in your upbringing?
I don't see any of the typical, like, abuse or, the Cleaver family or, anything.
What about the whole bisexual thing? How long you been bisexual?
I think forever.
Uh-huh.
You don't have. Did you hear that call we had earlier tonight with the sort of the hippie parents? They were parents were
I
super.
actually just turned on the radio right when that.
Okay. Well, here's what sometimes comes from what you've got is parents that are really got a lot of sort of aggressive tendencies underlying, but on the surface everything is just cool and hip, and you can talk to us about anything.
Not like that at all.
All right. Is
Not
it
at all.
all right? Is it very, very rigid and very controlling?
No, not really. It's kind of like A happy medium.
All right, let me ask some questions here, Drew.
Please don't gamble on me. There's
No, we're not
gamble.
gambling. Where's your dad?
He lives with my mom.
And they're still together then.
They've been together for 37 years.
And he was a big part of your life.
Uh-huh.
Never struck you, never raised a penis to you.
No,
No. And you have no animosity toward him.
not at all.
So you have no examples of dysfunctional relationships. You just you're just sort of fouled all on your own. I mean,
I think so. I think it's all of my doing.
Well, first off, I got to say it's like a breath of fresh air hearing that, because most our listeners are fouled via things that their parents did to them. But Annie, you've managed to
I'm just all on my own.
foul yourself. All right, are you angry?
No, not really.
No, see, this is what I'm getting from Annie. You're extremely angry
Yeah, you're a little
and
angry from
aggressive.
I just got pissed at Adam
I understand.
for making me feel
But-
like what everyone else feels like.
But
I went into this call totally thinking that I was not going to be treated like an
a caller,
a-hole.
like a caller.
All right.
But I was picking up on that even before Adam became attacking,
abrasive,
yeah.
before he did his job.
And I don't know where that's coming from. I mean, I wonder, what does your dad do for a living?
He is commercial real estate, but he's also got a lot of feet in politics.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm keep going for with you, Annie. Is this sort of that parents that have a sort of pseudo front, that their real self is something very different than the one they present to you or the world, and it can be very difficult and very, very.
I really have. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I really have a complete almost knowledge of my father. Like he knows me kind of inside and out, and compares himself with me. I know where he's coming from. My psychiatrist and I talk about it all the
All
time.
right. What is? You have a psychiatrist. What does the psychiatrist think is going on?
Sorry?
What does the psychiatrist think is going on?
She just knows where my parents are coming from. I really don't talk to her about my relationships because I don't fully.
Why are you going to a psychiatrist?
Because I was diagnosed with ADD and she's a specialist.
And you have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah.
What's their story?
We're both adopted.
Ah. Okay. Well, that adoption can be a significant impact on your development. I mean, that is not all by yourself. That is.
If I went for the brother or sister thing. All right, come on, Drew.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
High five.
Got some info.
Yeah. No, I did the radio high five where I high five myself, and people thought it was you.
But people underestimate sometimes the impact that adoption can have on kids. It can be quite substantial. It can take a long time to sort out, and that's what Annie's in the process of doing.
All right, so Annie, we'll just break the bread and bury the hatchet here. You know what you're doing. You're in therapy. Go ahead. Feel free to bring this up in therapy and work on it. Keep your eyes open. You're 18.
And remember that ADD, by the way, in my estimation, can be a marker for addiction alcoholism, too. About a significant percentage of ADD kids end up alcohol or have the gene of alcoholism. So
Craig?
careful.
Hi.
You're 23. You had that GHB question?
Yeah, I did. I did some GHB like a week ago, and I told my brother about it, and he said, "Dude, don't do that. You know that'll really mess you up."
Right.
So I was just wondering what kind of dangers it has, because it's kind of new around here. And,
It's not new in the country. It's been around for quite a few years now, and it comes and goes in sort of cycles of popularity. Common in rave scenes. Did you get a little Dixie cup, like a liquid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a clear liquid.
Yeah, and the difficult part with it, one of the difficulties with it, is that it can't be dosed. You don't really never know exactly what you're getting. A Dixie cup can be equivalent to a six-pack of beer or a couple cases. It's very hard to know exactly what you've got. And the intoxication is very similar to alcohol, except that there's a very narrow difference between intoxication and seizure and coma and death. They can be very close to one another in terms of the dose you take.
Whereas with the booze, you'd have to drink like Engineer Mike
Right.
to induce a coma.
Right. And
Right.
with GHB, it could happen accidentally and easily.
All right, so you see those things on hard copy where the kid's flailing around the sidewalk in front of the nightclub. I got to get back into that rave scene, though, Drew. I'll tell you that.
Have you ever been to rave?
No.
Yeah.
Troll.
I know you love that
Stop the
techno.
presses. Drew's not been to a rave.
I know you love that techno music too.
Yeah, there's nothing I like better than that techno music. Oh, for Christ's sake. Emily.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to like an acoustic rave. Do they have something like that, like unplugged rave?
Oh, a classical rave.
Classical rave. Emily?
Oh, yeah, you're asking me?
Yeah, you're 17. What's happening with you?
Well, my question is, it's kind of a concern, really. My best friend, we've been really good friends for a long time, and she's, I don't know how to put it nicely, but she's pretty vain, and she gets a lot of attention from guys because she puts a lot of attention into her looks.
And what's your question for us?
Well, I feel I'm jealous because I don't get, like, the attention from guys, and I don't know if that's, like, a normal feeling or...
Do you get anything from the attention that she gets?
What do you mean?
Is there anything positive you get out of that?
Oh, well, I mean, it's nice to know that she gets attention. Is that...
No.
For you personally.
Is there, any leftovers? Is that what you're asking, Drew? Is she real good looking?
Yeah, she's...
Or there's something called basking in the narcissistic glow, by just being around a person that's getting all this stuff.
That's when I used to hang out with, like, MC Hammer. So when I was part of his posse with the genie pants, that's what I was doing. Hey, Emily. So let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give her?
She's probably about 8.5, 9.
All right. What do you give yourself?
Well, we're different, but probably about the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, see, there's something else going on here. It's not that she's not attractive.
I think she's real grown up.
See, here's what I suspect. I'm suspecting that you kind of attached yourself to her because you perceive her as more powerful and in some way better looking. And now that actually that's coming to reality in terms of how people are perceiving her, now you're getting envious, which is a very destructive feeling to have in a relationship.
Right.
You need to separate yourself and present your own wares, yourself as a separate person of your own worth, and don't worry about what she is or is not getting. Don't attach yourself to her because she's a more powerful person. She isn't. You're fine by yourself.
I know, it's just hard, like when we go out and...
You need to spend some time by
why are
yourself.
guys all over her and not over you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, because she feels less than worthwhile. She says, even though she understands...
Why do guys pick up on that? All right, you're giving something off then. Oh, hell, Emily. That's all I ever did was go out with a bunch of good-looking guys.
You're still envious and mad about that. And then now they've all been in jail for 12 years, and you're still pissed at them.
They still do.
Really?
They did better than I did
In
now
jail.
when they were in prison.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because they trade cigarettes and stuff for sex. All right. Now listen, man, help make a man out of her. Mike.
Yeah.
You're 13.
Yeah, like 3 months ago, my girlfriend was forcing me to have sex with her.
How old is your girlfriend?
She's 13 too. So
Forcing
I did,
You did?
Just like a week and a half ago, she told me that she was bisexual.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's just
So,
the girl, guys.
it kind of freaked me out, and I've been talking to my homegirl, Annette. Hey, what's up, Annette?
Your what?
If you're listening. And,
His homegirl.
yeah.
What does that mean?
She's just my friend. I've
Your
known her
friend.
for a while.
Homegirl's someone who's, you're not screwing?
Hell no. No offense or anything, just...
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Mike.
Yeah, and she told me that she was bisexual today. Or not today, but last week, and she told me today that she wants to bring her girlfriend over here tomorrow. To my
Don't do it.
Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Don't do it. Get away from this
Hey, Mike,
girl.
have you had intercourse with her?
With my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she told me that she did it because the word was going around school and stuff that she was a lesbo, and she did it to, to like prove that...
You're 13.
Sure, I'm moving out of the country.
Yeah, prove that she wasn't.
Yeah. Okay, Mike.
Yeah?
You may have gotten in a little over your head sexually here.
Yeah.
You're liable to take an elbow in the scrotum or something like that. You're going to get someone pregnant. You're going to get some herpes or something. This is a mess. This
You're
girl's
13.
trouble.
Yeah. Just back off.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Okay.
All right, Mike. Oh, my God. When I was 13, I couldn't even find my own penis. At 13. I didn't know where it was. Actually, my dad had given my penis a timeout
You used to
at
give
13.
That.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept.
Hey, our guests are in here.
Oh, no.
What the hell is it with this show? That's not a guess? Oh, this guy's good looking. Let's put him on. Hey, can you do like a table dance for Ann or something? She's really been revved up tonight. All right, you got to get in your underwear at some point. What do you do? What does this guy do, Ann?
Let's
He could
talk
get in
about
his
it.
underwear.
Let's talk about it off the air, shall
Yeah.
we?
Okay.
Go to break, yeah.
Are you the wrangler for the guys? One of them.
This is fascinating.
Okay.
This is one-sided discussion, but let's talk off the air.
Okay, we got some underwear models that are supposed to come in here, and Drew's doing a little homework, so we'll go to break so he can finish that up.
Thank
and
you.
You'll be ready when we come back,
I
Drew?
think so. Then I'll be ready.
Okay.
Roger, you got yourself the Loveline.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back.
Tucson's new rock, 92.1 KFMA.
Hi, this is Suzanne Summers, and you're listening to Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla, so don't go away.
Fair enough. Phone number for Loveline.
Whose music is this?
That's Cherry Poppin' Daddies. These guys are great. I got their CD.
Who are they?
They'd be the Cherry Poppin'
Were they
Daddies.
on while I was gone or something?
No, they weren't on this show. I saw them open for Real Big Fish at a House of Blues, and they're just excellent in person. It sounds just like this. Big band, you know, horns, the whole bit,
sounds
zoot
awesome.
suit,
Love
whole
this
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, book this band, would you, Ann? For our wedding. All right. Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191. The structure, actually one of the structure underwear models is here. That would be Matt Westmore, not to be... your dad wasn't involved in the Vietnam campaign, was he?
No.
Was that Westmoreland?
Yeah.
I turned that into one name, though.
Fortunately, I know.
All right, so first off, all right, so the structure thing, is it's starting... How many years has this thing been running?
This is the third year, third annual.
And it's starting to gather a little momentum.
It is. We're starting to get a little notoriety. People starting to see us out there.
There's basically, they have this sort of nationwide search for the guy who looks the best in his drawers. Mike, it's bitter apples with Mike because for the third year in a row he was passed over. He claims it was the excessive back hair. I'm saying it's the protruding gut. But either way, Mike's looking for a lawyer as
he
we
prefers
speak.
to call that a panis.
His gut? He needs a little, it's really just something he can rest his beer on while he's napping. How big is your butt? All right. So anyway, Matt is one of the, now how many cuts do they do, Matt?
Well, actually, it starts out with, they have a nationwide search, like you said, and it starts out with, we had approximately about 13,000 applications.
Mm-hmm.
And through the process, they break it down to about 23 guys, which were the semifinals in Columbus, Ohio.
Right.
And then from there, they pull out 10 guys.
Why Columbus, Ohio?
That's where Structure's based.
Oh, is that?
out of there,
Okay.
yeah. So, and then 10 guys are the finalists who actually end up being the underwear model team, the 10 finalists.
Right.
And from those 10 finalists, they pick one of the guys to represent Structure and appear on the box covers, and that is actually Rusty Joyner.
Right. The porn name. But Rusty is gathering rust at LAX right now because these Rusty and Edon are coming from Texas out
Austin,
here.
Texas, right.
And you're from out here.
I'm from Los Angeles.
And now, so you have 10 guys, but you don't all travel together.
Right.
Because if the plane went down, Ann would kill herself. So you travel separately, and like five of you spread out in your underwear and cover this part of the country, and then the other 5 guys go over there? Or?
Basically, we're actually a bunch of us were just in New York doing a couple TV shows this week. And then Rusty and Edon have been on tour doing the Valentine's tour right now across the United States, doing about 16 cities in about 16 days. So they're doing a lot of traveling.
You're wearing, they're sort of boxers and what you call the midway briefs.
Boxer briefs, yep.
But in the boxers, I noticed the fly tends to pop open quite a bit. It certainly could be an embarrassing moment if you're working your way down the runway.
Right.
Do they put a stitch and sew it shut, or do you wear G-string or like a Speedo or something underneath the underwear?
No, actually, you know what? The fly has a button on the front, 2 buttons on the front.
Oh, it does?
It does, so it stays closed.
There's nothing going on under that, though.
There's stuff going on, but there's nothing else on underneath
But
those.
you're not wearing a pair of Speedos or something?
No,
because there could be some overzealous, crazed,
We've had a
drunken
few of those.
woman who would just charge the stage.
Oh, yeah, we've seen them.
Women, by the way, more men go to strip joints than women do, and more men spend more money and so on and so forth. But women go insane at these things.
You ever see Full Monty?
Yeah, I did.
Great movie.
But and they're right. The women sit up front and start screaming and flapping their arms and
grabbing.
Whereas, you know what guys do? Guys sit up front, they rest their gut on the stage, and then they try to make intimate eye contact with the stripper because they think they're going to get some later.
That's the point. The guys mean it. The girls don't mean it.
That's right.
And it's interesting. I had the same phenomenon when you and I go out and sign stuff for people, and invariably people ask Adam, these young women, Adam, please sign my breast.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, what is that impulse? What is that? And they all say,
don't talk them out of that impulse.
And they all say, oh, it's nothing. I just want to take a picture of it. I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be funny.
Right. I get the gag boob. All right, so Matt, what were you doing before you got into the structure modeling?
Actually, I was living in Phoenix, Arizona, working for St. Joe's Hospital in their sports medicine department, and applied for the contest while I was there, and actually moved back to LA in the interim, and found out that I was going to be selected as one of the semifinalists to go to Columbus first. And
how did you? Who told you about this competition?
Actually, my girlfriend brought home an application first and brought it home and said, "Hey, why don't you give this a shot?"
Oh, she sealed her own fate with that application. Now you're traveling from coast to coast in your underpants. There's women clawing at you. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Yeah, you won't be able to say no that many times. I give you like 8 no's before you just cave in.
Oh God, I'm doing pretty good. We're having a good time traveling though.
Oh. I'll tell you could get Ann, Sherry, and Lisa right now. You really could. Right through the mail slot in the front door. You wouldn't have to open the door. That's not cheating, is it, Ann? No. Okay, Ann's disgusted. All right, so Matt, you jump in on some of these questions with us, and Rusty and Edon might be here and may not be here. And let me say this, by the way. I've seen the picture of all 10 of you. To me, it's a coin toss. I mean, these guys got the washboard guts, and they got the ripped biceps, the whole 9 yards. And I don't know how you figure out who is better out of the 10. But then again, I couldn't judge a bodybuilding competition for the same reason too. Right. All the top 10 or 5 guys look exactly the same.
Right.
Which is better than me in my underwear. Jason.
Yeah, you had a call earlier tonight about chode. Some guy was asking about what chode meant.
Yeah, choda is really what I'm looking for. But go ahead.
I don't really know what choda means, but chode is short for chorizo, and it's Spanish slang for cow penis.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I got that one. I thought it was Spanish for penis, too.
Yep, just wanted to clear that all up with you.
Thank you, Jason.
Cool.
All right, see? You fail Spanish, but you certainly know your way around a cow penis.
You must have seen something down in Tijuana.
All right, so if you're down in TJ and some woman offers you up a ladle full of chota stew,
you pass.
Or chorizo or something, yeah, you just pass on that one. Summer.
Yes.
You're 27.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
First thing I wanted to say to Dr. Drew is, Dr. Drew, I know that you're raising your children right, and you don't have to worry about your daughter going off to college and getting messed up with that rodeo college guy.
Well, God bless you for reassuring me. But I'll tell you what, it's interesting. I did an interview over the weekend, and the guy was asking me all these questions about what I'm going to talk to my kids about and stuff. And I told him I'm just another parent. I'm just as pathetic and helpless and dysfunctional as every other parent trying to do the best job they possibly can. I have a lot of information, and hopefully if I can communicate to the kids properly, it'll work out okay. But you and Adam and I, you have role played on this stuff, and I feel miserably every time.
Yeah. Drew's a horrible father, should be taken away from
No, it's not that.
No, but most of our listeners are on methadone.
I understand.
So you're better than most of our listeners as parents.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I listen to you guys all the time, and Dr. Drew, you're going to do fine.
Thank you.
Don't even worry about it.
You have kids?
No, I don't. No.
Hey, Summer.
Yeah.
You're 27?
Yes.
Are you single?
No, I'm married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've
actually been with my high school sweetheart and got married a couple years ago.
Oh, right.
My question is, I've been on the pill for 10 years, and I want to get off just because...
you give your body a break, huh?
Yeah, and my husband thinks that my sex drive is going to go down, dude.
Does he remember what it was like when you were off the pill? Is that what he's telling you?
Oh, gosh, no, probably not.
He's just concerned that it might.
He's concerned because he actually said, I heard Dr. Drew say your sex drive goes up.
It does certain pills. Here's what I have said on this show a number of times, is that after pregnancy, sometimes women's libido drop off, and sometimes something as simple as going on the pill will increase libido, particularly the triphasic pills. Are you on a triphasic or monophasic?
You know what? I actually don't know.
What's the name of the pill?
Orthonovum.
Not the 777, but like
No.
135, something like that.
128.
Yeah, so that's not likely to. It's possible that there'll be a drop off, but not real likely.
Okay.
Okay, so switch to condoms for a while, or go get pregnant. It's time for you guys.
No, not at all.
Isn't your husband's not tired of having sex with you?
Not at all.
Really?
You're talking to me.
I know, Adam. This is a strange. Adam has a real problem with this. The idea of being together with one person for an extended period of time.
No, I mean having sex for 10 years. I mean, since like the 11th grade, you've been having sex with the same person. It doesn't Matt, that doesn't appeal to you. Is your girlfriend listening?
No, she's in Arizona right now, so I'm pretty safe.
Aren't we on in Arizona?
We're in Arizona.
Well, so maybe, you know what, I might be in trouble then.
Is she from Tucson?
Or Phoenix?
No, she's from Scottsdale.
In Scottsdale?
No, we're not in Scottsdale.
Okay, then I'm safe.
All right, but she could be listening from her boyfriend's house in Phoenix. You never know. Oh, boy. She's parading around with that structure, 8x10 glossy, and your Chota highlighted, and showing it to all of her friends. I know I would do that. Even if I was a guy, I'd be doing that. So you used to be, were you a physical therapist?
I was an exercise physiologist at St. Joe Sports Medicine.
Or what do you recommend? Because you guys all have to work out all the time, stay in shape and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to show my hand. Well, I got this big lump on my on my hand from when I used to be a boxing trainer. Want to feel it? Yeah. That could just be drained.
I don't know. You know, those Bible says you smash them with a book.
Yeah.
You do that anymore?
It's too big, yeah.
Actually, I did a little variation on that when the morning show played midgets in basketball. One of the little peckers shoved me into the wall behind the backboard, and it broke, but it was right back about 2 days later. But now, what's a good diet? I mean, should you be eating protein, or should you be eating carbohydrates, or what should you be doing?
If you're working out or not working out?
Well, let's say you're working out.
40, 30, 30.
Is there some kind of supplement that
yes.
Would you shut up there, Drew?
I know he's going to agree with me.
Hey, shut Drew's mic. Hey, Mike, shut Drew's mic off. Thanks.
You definitely, though, you need a combination of carbohydrate, protein, and fats, actually. And there's a lot of new diets out. You see things like the Zone, where they're trying to increase the protein intake and lower the carbohydrate intake. But you need a good balance of all of them, along with an exercise program.
Is there some kind of supplement that's good? Do you know of one?
I know of one.
Oh, would you?
I know one. You may not know, but
all right, turn Drew's mic back on.
The balance bars at Trader Joe's.
Great.
See?
Great supplement.
That's good?
Yeah. 40, 30, 30 is what you want to go for.
Definitely. All right, but there's no good pills or anything?
A quick fix? You're looking for the quick fix?
Adam wants it overnight.
No.
Go, those balance bars are just great, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We got Matt Westmore here. He is one of the structure underwear models, and a couple of them, well, anyway, he's the one we got. And they all look good. I mean, I say that in a very heterosexual way. I can appreciate the male form as much as the next guy.
It's the first time you actually let that slip out. Usually you always say, I can't judge these things, of course.
No, I don't. I know when I see a good-looking guy.
You're gay.
Please. True. That was way out of line. All right, we'll be back.
Loveline will be right back.
Loveline. Exclusively on Tucson's New Rock, 92.1 KFMA.
Hey everyone, this is Tommy.
And Pamela Lee.
And you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
All the sexual information you could possibly need.
Yeah. Okay. I vowed not to look at that video as my form of silent protest to what I thought was
an intrusion.
An intrusion, because we're friendly with them, and I thought it's an intrusion. I'm not going to look at this video, but I was at the supermarket today, and there was a Penthouse magazine, and some kid had busted the seal on it and was sitting right by the Auto Traders, and it had pictures of the thing, and I cracked it open, and I was just getting to the pictures when some like chick pushing a cart banged into me, and it got really weird, and I started sweating, and I put the thing back. So that was God pushing the cart into me, I'm thinking. Rusty Joyner is now here, Edon Kagasoff. Did I say that right?
Edon Kagasoff.
Edon.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not Eden.
No, it's Edon.
Yeah, change it to Eden. No, okay, Edon. What's your nationality, Edon?
My mom's Japanese, my dad's Russian.
Oh, see, that's good. That's good. Always have the good mutt mixture there. It's always good. True, that's right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genetic diversity improves the health of the population.
Right, and it makes them look better in their underpants.
Evidently.
Too. Matt Westmore is still here, and now Rusty, you're the winner, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and so this is sort of your court here.
Yeah,
I mean,
backseat basically.
You out of the 10, they picked you as the number one guy.
That's how it works. Yeah.
And then you guys are going to be at KTLA doing the morning show locally out here tomorrow, right? All of you, and plus a couple more.
I'm not just 3. No, it's just going to be us 3.
Yeah, just the 3 of us.
And then you'll be down at the Santa Monica structure between 4 and 8 doing. What are you doing?
We'll be standing in our underwear, taking pictures with a bunch of screaming little
Really?
teenage girls. Yeah.
You ever get aroused? Did they give you saltpeter or something? Couldn't someone sue you if you became aroused and traumatized like a youngster?
Out there.
I mean, what do you do? And does anyone ever try to cop the feel?
Edon's been called Woody a couple of times on the tour so far. No, there's actually a couple times where, there's some fine girls who came in. And it's complicated. I got a semi, so I almost I was thinking bad thoughts.
Baseball.
I was going to run to the back, but I was all right. Some girls are a little more touchy-feely than others.
If I stood in my underwear for long enough, I would get an erection. Like, 'cause when I get in my underwear, my penis goes, oh, it's time to masturbate.
I thought that stopped in 10th grade there.
No, my penis just thinks like when you show the dog the leash, they think it's time to go out. Yeah, all right. We're going to go chase a tennis ball. All right, so Santa Monica, you can find them out in their underwear and between 4 and 8 over at the Structure Place and KTLA, you can turn that on and find them. Do you guys have to go in your underpants on KTLA?
Yeah, most likely we'll be.
This whole underwear thing's becoming a double-edged sword, as far as I can tell. First off,
these guys have dreams. They wake up, they dream they're in their clothing.
Exactly.
It's like on one hand, you get all these chicks and you look great and all that kind of stuff. On the other hand, you got to go everywhere in your underpants. Well, you don't have to drive over there in your underwear, do you?
We've often. That could be fun.
Maybe we should try that tomorrow.
All right, and they are in their underpants now, ladies who are listening. Mark?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? You've been on hold for 90 minutes.
Mark is desperate.
Right now. Listen, I have good friendships with girls, but then I try to get with them, and I try to go out with them, but they don't want to be in a relationship because they don't want to ruin the friendship. And if I try to have a relationship, if I start off, I try too hard and I really just screw it up.
Yeah, you're like everybody. I mean, not like you guys, but all the guys who didn't get to be underwear models. You are, at 17, all guys are screwy, and they're little. They don't have their technique polished too well.
Yeah.
And you end up being friends with everybody.
Well, I mean, I have really good relationships with girls. I have more girlfriends than I have guy friends, but it's just
friends.
For example, I've known this girl for maybe a month now. She just transferred into my chemistry class.
Yeah.
And it's for the last week and a half we've been talking and hanging out together and stuff and
Yeah, but you're not a closer. You don't know how to close the deal.
Yeah.
And the problem is if you can't close the deal, you become friends, and then each day you see them as a friend, it becomes more and more awkward. You then making a move in another direction. And the problem is you keep getting yourself in deeper and deeper, and before you know it, 6 months or 2 semesters has gone by, and they're telling you, you're over at their place picking out sweaters with them because they have a date that night, and they want to look hot for some guy that you hate.
And the jealousy factor comes in.
Right. Then you start getting weird, and then she can't figure out why you're being weird. You're just asking to pick out a sweater, and you end up turning homosexual and then killing yourself. It's a horrible scenario. So what you have to do is the amount of courage that you need to not go the friendship route at the beginning is fairly minimal. The amount you need to make the move 6 months into it could fill the hull of a tanker, right? So what do you do, Drew? I just want to get you involved in the show for a change.
No, I was giving you...
Just thinking about going home.
Look, there's a lot of the voices here to participate.
You make the move early.
Yes.
Right?
Always be aggressive.
Well, you don't be afraid to assert yourself and be present. It's a fear of failure, fear of rejection, and also maybe a fear of getting sucked in too. I mean, a fear of success in the relationship. So he's got to figure out what it is he wants and then go directly after.
Understand that women get asked out all the time. They don't take offense to that.
Hey, look, they like friends. They appreciate good friends, and they're going to be looking harder for that than anything else.
Just don't use the Beavis and Butthead approach. You know? not that aggressive.
We just go squeeze something.
Hey,
Angela.
Hi.
What's going on? You're 22.
Yeah, here's the situation. I have a boyfriend, and he's bipolar.
Uh-huh.
And when he's at his very best, he's like perfect boyfriend, okay? Then when he's at his worst, which, is really sometimes pretty bad, he's like the boyfriend from hell. And when he's perfect boyfriend, I tend to believe everything he says because, that's what I want to believe. Everything sounds good, love, all that stuff. When he's the boyfriend from hell, of course I don't believe what he's telling me.
Is he not taking his medicine?
He's not. He was on medicine about a year ago, and he 2 different medications. And
why isn't he taking it anymore?
Well, he had periods where he would go through, and he would get like dizzy, and his heart would race, so he stopped taking it.
So he decided he doesn't need it anymore.
Well, no, he decided. Well, that doctor sort of screwed him over by
Angela, I want you to listen to yourself here. Not only do you distort who he is really, but you're so busily defending him, you can't even answer my questions directly.
Okay.
He one day decided he didn't want to take his medicine.
No, he decided he told the doctor, and the doctor tried to change it to give him less of one of the pills.
Right, and he decided he didn't want to take his medicine anymore.
Right.
Okay, that's the point.
All right, I'm putting you in Loveline Purgatory
and that's
for
what
insubordination.
And that's what bipolars do. They're very non-compliant. They miss their highs. They are very difficult to treat, and sometimes difficult to find the right medication, but it is a very much of a biological disorder that should be treated with medication. It's not the doctor's fault. It's up to your boyfriend to continue and pursue treatment because this can be treated with medication very effectively.
All right, listen, we got the structure guys for about another 6 minutes, Drew. You guys want to take one on?
You asked me to get involved.
Upper respiratory difficulty or something on there? Oh, for Christ's sake, Drew, shut up. Shut Drew's mic off, would you?
I'll go home.
Go home. Be off. Go. No, go ahead. We don't need you. Just go ahead. Seriously. We're gonna do like 3 minutes and go to commercial. Go ahead. Just go. Please. I command you to leave.
Because you want me to, I'm not going to.
Shawnee.
Shanti.
All right.
That's enough.
It says Shawnee on there.
Come on now.
You're 15. What do you want?
Well, my boyfriend and I have been together for a month, and he's quite a bit older than me. And I'm pretty much...
You want to have sex with him?
Well, I don't know if I want to have sex with him yet, but I want to be doing more than what we're doing.
What, how can you have where are your parents?
Upstairs.
All right. And they know you're dating a 22-year-old guy?
Yeah.
You know why he's moving along slowly sexually? Your dad put a shotgun under his chin, like I would do.
No.
That's what I would do. If I'm going to have your penis sent to the lab on a daily basis, if I find my daughter's prints on your penis or anywhere near the groin, I will come back and pull the trigger. What is your dad thinking? What the hell are you thinking? 22.
It's not like we met at like a place where I hang out.
Oh, okay. Well, that
makes it okay.
Like I looked at him and said, "Oh my God, he's 22. I want to go out with him." I looked at him and said, "He's fine. I want to go out with him." So.
Yeah, but don't you think? Hey, let me ask the structure dudes here. Rusty, don't you think something's inherently wrong with a 20? How old are you, Rusty?
I'm 25.
All right, but who here is closest to 22?
20. I'm 20.
You're 20. All right. You couldn't imagine going out with a 15-year-old, could you?
No, I can't.
Unless she was a really good piece of ass.
Yeah, exactly. Which I have in the past. No.
2 years from now, could you imagine going out with someone who's in the 9th or 10th grade?
No, I don't go below 18.
It's pathetic. I mean, it's criminal. Thank God he's not having sex with you. But anyway, that's not the question here, Shanti. What's your problem?
I don't have a problem.
Yeah, but what kind of chaos do you come from that you're dating a 22-year-old guy when you're what? What grade are you in?
10th.
The 10th grade.
Yeah.
And you're dating a guy who, had he graduated, he would have graduated 4 years ago.
Yeah, he graduated.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
But that was just last summer, right?
No.
6-year program. Summer school.
All right. So your only question is how to get this guy in the sack.
Well, I don't necessarily want to have sex with him yet.
All right, then don't. Just don't, period.
Well, I
Don't
want
do
him
it.
to do more than what he's doing now.
Well, maybe there's some vestige of humanity left in him, and he's holding back a little bit, which is the appropriate thing.
Understandable.
And he's got some judgment left over, and maybe hold back a couple years.
Do your parents know?
Do my parents know that I'm dating him? Or that I want...
Now, do they know that the structure guys are going to be down at the Santa Monica place in their underwear from 4 to 8 tomorrow?
My parents know that I'm dating him, and me and my mom have talked, and, like, they like him a lot.
Oh, boy. We all did a lurch at the same time.
What's that going on there?
Oh, she needs to be plucked out of this family, and then the house needs to be torched.
Well, I can't be plucked out of this family. I was adopted into this family. I've tried to move out many times.
How old were you when you were adopted into it?
Huh? I was at birth.
You tried to move out many times?
Yeah.
So why? Were they abusing you?
No, it's just that I get sick of things, and I get to my boiling point. I mean, I've been sent to the mental hospital. I've been in counseling.
Oh, all right. So you have problems. Okay.
No, my problems are my family.
Okay. Well, part of having problems is not thinking you have a problem. I mean, I don't want to bum your high, Shanti, but that is one of the main components to having a problem is thinking other people have problems. It's not my problem. It's the Internal Revenue's problem, the government's problem. All right. Okay. I'm going to go kill myself, but I'll be back after this.
Loveline's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
Coalition and the Ad Council.
Just telling Rusty and Yvonne and Matt about what I call you, Edon. I'm sorry, I'm falling apart.
It's all right.
Too tired tonight. Anyway, about farting on Drew in the TV show. Very exciting. And I think the Loveline, the TV show, made TV history when Bobcat Goldthwait broke wind on me during the show, and it was audible, and it was picked up. He put his ass right up to my shoulder. He farted into the mic.
That was the potency level.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, the fart itself was a 5, but the point is when on TV have you ever heard somebody break wind? You know what I'm saying?
That's rare.
Yeah. No, not rare. I think it was a first. I think always breaking down barriers. Thank you. All right. So you can find the Structure guys on KTLA tomorrow morning during the KTLA morning show, and in Santa Monica from 4 to 8 at the Structure store in the Santa Monica Mall.
And you guys come to see us, you get a free poster and free Polaroids and a free T-shirt.
Oh, really?
And
all right,
possibly
I'll be there.
Little chubs.
It's like maybe a reach around. All right, so until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anything. It might be Bob's. I'm Bob, and they're mine. The producer of Loveline is Ann Wilkins. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment. Arg. We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming. Bye.
You're listening to Tucson's New Rock. 92.1 KFMA, Green Valley, Tucson.